Okay, straight out of Compton. Reminded me a lot of my teenage years. No, I wasn't. I'm not saying that I lived in Compton or LA. But being a middle-class white male from the Midwest, you best believed I owned a Chronic. Loved it. Probably listened to that maybe once or twice a day. Had friends, had NWA CDs, Eazy-E, Ice Cube. Yes. When I was a teenager, all about gangster rap. All about it. Stuff was awesome. And then, of course, after Dre, I'm a huge fan of Eminem. When I was at U of I, the anger management tour went through Assembly Hall. I just got out of my Physics 102 class. There was me, my long hair, rocking a polo and jorts, with my TI-83 Plus calculator in my pocket. And hopped on stage. People in the pit were surprised that the guy who looked like if he was a mismatch of like 4 different people knew all the words for Eminem. Man, I loved that. Awesome album. That was pretty much my like junior high, like the junior college and college was like Eminem. Loved that. Man, guy was phenomenal lyricist. Dr. Dre had a sharp eye for talent. Knew to be like, you're good. I can make you amazing. Dr. Dre. So, Straight Outta Compton is a story of 3 ridiculously influential rappers. And their story of forming NWA. And why it never reformed. Though, even though you have Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and Eazy-E, Ice Cube gets probably the least amount of screen time. You know, he was a great lyrical backer. He left the group pretty early on. They show him, of course, writing Friday. So he actually went on to have a really successful movie career. So he went all the way from, you know, like F the Police all the way to like the Barbershop movies. And 21 and 22 Jump Street. So he made a really good career for himself. Dr. Dre. They do a little bit about him. You know, he done the producing piece. You get his travel from Ruthless Records, the Interscope bit, Death Row, leaving Death Row, starting Aftermath. And you get that. Man is a ridiculously fantastic producer. Made his own audio equipment. The selling of beats to, I think, Apple was probably one of the largest single transactions there's been when it's come to someone buying onto the company. Man is fat and paid. He owns the tree of money, period. So you get a decent amount about his background as well. Your primary focus, of course, is Eazy-E. So you get to see him going from his start of being a drug dealer, becoming a rapper, making a lot of money, having a lot of bad deals, being broke, trying to get back into the game, really can't because he's still kind of dealing on the side. All up to his inevitable and like heart-wrenching death because of HIV and AIDS. So this film is actually a really good look at a very specific point in time, dealing from their formation, all the people that were against them, like, oh, they're promoting all this hate and all this anger, you know, all the way up through the Rodney King era, up into the time of the death of Eazy-E. So really interesting docudrama, done very well. And I'll say one thing: when they've got Eazy and he's in the recording studio, and they're like, "Yeah, say, man, cruising down the street in my 6'4". They're like, no, you're saying it wrong. Just say, like, no, say it like you want to say it, man. Cruising. They're like, no, man, just say it with the music. And once he hits it, and I was like, man, I remember that song. That song's pretty good. So the people they picked to play the characters actually did a pretty good job. But the moment they do any of the music, it's the actual music. And I was like, sweet. Good. Really good. A little bit like, oh, it's a First B.I.G. in the back. I can dig that. Oh, man, a bit with Tupac doing California Love. Sweet. Man. How different would the rap game look if Tupac hadn't got shot? Biggie hadn't got shot. Eazy didn't die of AIDS. I was like, man, those guys could have reformed. Of course, Eazy-E not dying would have affected Bone Thugs and Harmony, but, you know, it's not a huge waste. But it really did show it for people who lived in that situation. They made a lot of money in the rap game. You had 3 of them. One of them got out and did movies. Another one Loved producing. Got into producing. Made a fat stack of cash. The other guy started out dealing. Went into rap. Rap kind of fell away. Started dealing again. Lost it all. If you look at a lot of rappers of that era, and even of more current time, if you don't diversify what it is you do to bring your money in, that's about it, man. Ice-T, long way from cop killer to being on Law and Order. But you know what? Makes a lot of money. Doesn't need a rap to sell records. Doesn't rap to do anything anymore. He's got money coming in. Look at someone like Jay-Z. Rap for a little bit. Realized, great producer. Puff Daddy. Rapped for a little bit. God, because he was horrible. Became a producer. Like, I can find people. And I can use my name to make you more money. Which makes you more money. Boom. Really interesting look at a life of three very unique individuals who came together for one moment to form a really true supergroup. And then it all kind of broke away and fell apart. Really, really solid movie. Don't watch it when kids are around.